Hey guys, how are you? Hope you're all well. Today I just wanted to check in. I know things are crazy right now and we are all doing everything we can to combat the virus situation. I've been at home for, technically I've been working from home for the last 4 weeks, but I've only really been on lockdown for the last 2. By the way, I'm filming on my iPhone, which is new for me. I've never filmed a video on my phone like this. I recently had to upgrade my phone, and so I figured, why not? I will give it a try. And I don't have like a hot shoe or some kind of mount to put my phone in so I can put it on the tripod, so I'm just holding it. We'll see how long this lasts, but I wanted to give it a try, so I figured today would be that day. Anyway, I just wanted to check in again and talk about like my situation, what I've been up to for the last couple of weeks. Not a whole lot, as you can probably imagine. I've been home like all of you. I did learn that my mom is something of a prepper, apparently. I have no idea where that came from. She lives in another state, but we were talking a couple of weeks ago and I was asking, like, do you have groceries? Do you have everything you need? And she was like, oh, don't worry about me. I've got like 2 months of meals ready to eat under my bed. I have no idea where that came from. But she's good. We did buy groceries. Like I said, we started working from home 4 weeks ago, and 2 weeks ago is when things really started locking down. So we bought groceries. It's very different for me to buy enough groceries to last for weeks. Like, we usually go to the store once or twice a week. We eat a lot of fresh foods, but to be fair, if you saw my last video, I have been playing around with pantry organization and buying more bulk foods. And so we actually kind of already had a good little stockpile of things like rice for risotto or different types of rice and beans and dried shelf stable things. So we just topped that up. And then we did buy quite a few packaged things. Actually, I can just show you. All right, so this is what we have going on in our pantry right now. I have managed to clear the one shelf that has all of our hermetic jars in it, but like all of these things, like I said, we did top off some things like the oatmeal my husband got more of, rice, I think the pecans are new, but we've already had those things in our pantry, so those have worked really well for us. But we did buy a ton of packaged things. I should also explain that I was scheduled to get a gum graft because I have genetically thin gums that are receding a lot in my mouth. So I did buy one of the things that we stocked up on in advance were sort of liquid things, which I moved into this box in the cabinet where we keep our pots and pans because I didn't want us eating the things that I was only going to be able to eat for 2 weeks. I wasn't allowed to, or theoretically I wouldn't have been allowed to have solid food. So I have like broth, tofu, a bunch of soups. And now that my gum graft is canceled, I've slowly been migrating some of those things into our pantry and isolating like at least one clean shelf has been helpful for me. This is, like I said, and like you've seen, way more than we usually have in our pantry at any given time. And just in case you're curious, this is our freezer. We started with 4 frozen pizzas. We now have 2. This is our remaining bacon. I put the ginger in the freezer because it started molding, so I chopped off all the weird moldy bits like after a day or so. Also, did your grocery stores run out of garlic like immediately? I can't snap. But ours did. I haven't been able to find garlic anywhere, and so one of the things that I did get, oh, this guy. Oh, well, that's way back there. Anyway, it's frozen garlic. I would never under normal circumstances buy that, but that was the only option. And then our refrigerator too, this is way more stuff than we usually have, but we have gone through a bit of it. The chocolate milk and the yogurt they were going to be post gum graft supplies, but now we're just eating them. And we started out with 4 things of eggs and now we're down to 2. I eat a lot of eggs and we've been making quiche. And we're back. If my nose is red, it's because I'm sneezing, because my window's open, because the weather is so great. I just can't not have it open, and that is the consequence. But groceries, I think we stocked the right amount for us. We did a good job, I think, of getting different types of food. We haven't really gotten bored. I think we've been able to mix it up. We made potato pancakes the other day with hash browns that we had in our freezer that I had put in one of our quiches, leftover hash browns. So we made potato pancakes with those and eggs and flour and onions. And we had the applesauce that was supposed to be a post-gum graft food that we then served with the potato pancakes and sour cream. Yeah, we've have enough stuff that we've been able to mix it up and kind of be creative with food and be creative with leftovers and still make actual meals out of them. So that's been good. I think we've probably gone through about a third of the food that we bought. I kind of thought we would need to order groceries or something by this point, but we did get condensed milk as well. We're about to run out of half and half, but we have switched over to condensed milk. I haven't actually tried it, but my husband has. I think it'll work out fine. I'm not really worried about it. So yeah, I think we have enough provisions to last for a long time, but we are starting to put a dent in it. It's not an insurmountable amount of food. Since I've been working from home, our house is a 2-bedroom house. We have this, which is our master bedroom and our guest room / office. But my husband historically works in our guest room / office. And usually I'm very happy to work from bed, like ergonomically. I like that. But after 4 weeks, I'm tired of working in bed. And so we got another desk. We ordered it about a week ago. I'm hoping it gets sent soon, but one thing I do really enjoy about this room, I posted these on Instagram, but in case you don't follow me there, we got these sconces for our bedroom. We had ordered another set of sconces and ended up returning them to the store because they were just, the scale of them wasn't appropriate for this room. And so these were bigger. We ordered these and I think they turned out really well. We debated whether or not we wanted plug-in sconces or sconces that were drilled into the wall for a while, and these are plug-in, but I like that the hardware itself is like long enough. You have this long pole, so the cord isn't as noticeable, and they look more like fixtures that just have been there, but we didn't have to do any kind of electrical work. It was super easy, and I'm very happy with those. Another really cool thing is, okay, so these sconces, the way you turn them on and off is tricky. Like the mechanism is right here. You just turn this thing. But whenever you are in bed, we would have to like reach up around this hot light bulb to try to get to it. And that's just some contorting and danger that I didn't want to deal with. So we got smart bulbs. I am kind of a borderline Luddite, but I think these are the coolest thing. Watch. Okay, Google, turn off the lights. Okay, Google, turn on the lights. Woo! So that's what I've been up to, and that brings us to today. It's Saturday. It's been a pretty quiet morning. We've just got up, made breakfast. I've been looking at rugs a lot online, which is not really a new activity, but I think like because we ordered the desk, I am excited to get a rug for the guest room, get some throw pillows, and have that like polished off. Of course, it's me, and I am a very slow decorator, so it will probably take a good long while. I actually think our bedroom is done. On Instagram, I had said like that it's still a work in progress. I mean, I think like day to day, the things that we have on our nightstand are the things that will continue to be on our nightstand. They're the things that are practical, but if I wanted it to look cute, like a vase with some flowers or something, but most of the time, like my cat will knock that over. She's just gonna crawl all over it and decide that's where she needs to sleep. So I think from a practical standpoint, our bedroom is done, which is great. But the guest room needs a rug. It needs something on the floor, but we might wait until we get the desk in so we can actually see its color and see what color it ends up being with the particular light in that room. I'd show you that room right now, but my husband's in it. He's doing some work. And yeah, spent a lot of time looking at rugs. We cooked today. I mean, we cook every day now, but it's been fun. We made, earlier, ignore our dirty stove, but we made black beans with onion. I discovered I don't like large bits of onion. It's a texture thing. So first I grilled the jalapeno, like cut it open, grilled the jalapeno, and a quarter of an onion. I didn't chop it up more than a quarter of an entire onion and then just put it on the pan and kind of grilled it with a jalapeno for a sec. And then I dumped the whole thing in. So it's really easy to avoid onion because it's just big chunks in there, but it still deposits the flavor in the rest of it. So I've been very pleased with that. But we made black beans and rice. We're trying to like intersperse our other food with other things, and today was a bean and rice day. And I'll show you my plants. Every year I kind of plant a couple of things. This is Norman. Say hi. He's a very good boy. We would have him as an inside cat, except he really hates the indoors and any kind of enclosed space, but he's a very sweet cat. Anyway, because I do not have a green thumb, I wasn't expecting any of these seeds to grow, but I usually buy some seeds and then scatter them around and hope that something grows. Nothing ever does. So I deposited a bunch of seeds. I didn't space them. I just threw in a bunch at one time, hoping that one of them would grow, and all of these guys popped up. Hopefully it'll be okay. We have some morning glories back there. And these guys are supposed to be arugula eventually. They're really close together, so I'm not sure how that's going to work out. Maybe the strongest will live. And a bunch of these, some of them are zinnias, some of them are sunflowers. I'm not really sure. It's all going to be a surprise. But they're so big now. They're only like, they're like less than 2 weeks old. Go, little guys. And I bought a cucumber. This guy has like quadrupled in size since it's been in the ground. I discovered, my brother told me today, that you can trellis a cucumber. I guess it makes sense. It's a vine. So I have an extra, like a metal tomato hoop that is in our shed. So I might stick that in the ground and let this guy grow up it. But I don't know. Well, I need to actually just search it. But can a heavy cucumber hang off of like a vine that is in the air? I don't know. I guess we'll find out, or I'll do some research and see. We also got a watermelon, and this guy is really interesting. This is a boxwood basil plant, which I've never seen before, but I think it's pretty cute. Our mint is coming back. There's actually some cilantro in that pot that the mint kind of crowded out, but it's trying to make a comeback. Usually every year we plant a couple of things and only the strong survive, but we've got a few guys hanging on. All right, I came inside because my neighbors came outside and I didn't want them to hear me filming. But yeah, usually plants don't do super well with us. We don't like use a lot of water to water our yard. Like in the springtime, it's exciting and we do it, but like in the summertime when it's just so hot and dry, like it just kind of seems like such a waste. So we do want plants that are hardier and that are going to be more tolerant of the normal situations around here. So we will see what survives, but right now it's spring, it's exciting, it's still raining, and it's encouraging to see so much life around here. I'm hoping that eventually I don't have to buy herbs elsewhere. I can just rely on my own herb garden, and it's kind of timely that I'm becoming a little more self-sufficient here. We just have a couple of things, but it is exciting to see these things growing, and hopefully we can keep it up. Anyway, it is about time to feed the babies. Mr. Norman outside is whining for food, and I'm sure Dani is taking a nap somewhere and will follow suit any minute. So I'm going to let you guys go, but I hope you're all dealing with isolation and kind of being on lockdown in homes okay. I've been trying to stay in touch with friends. It was a friend's remote birthday party yesterday. So we had one of the, you can do like a group FaceTime, and we did that. I've had virtual like coffee hours with some friends and then virtual happy hours with some work people. So it's been really good to like see people's faces. So if you haven't already tried that, I encourage you to do it. One thing I haven't done yet that I really want to do, maybe after this I will just download it so it's done and I can try it, is Some friends were recommending a game called Drawful. I haven't tried it myself, but I remember playing Words with Friends back in the day with people remotely and asynchronously. So I think something like Words with Friends, or a game that you can play with people, but you're not necessarily in the same space, will be really good for times like these. So I think I'm going to get that started and try to do it with a couple of friends. Another thing we've been doing that has been really helpful and really fun, and I hope we continue doing it even after we're no longer confined to our home, has been going on evening walks. My husband and I have been going on walks every evening around 7 or 7:30, and it's been really nice to kind of end our day that way, get in a little bit of exercise because we're not moving around as much as we usually do. It's been nice just to get outside, and other people seem to have the same idea. Usually we see about 3 or 4, either like individuals or small groups of people that look like they probably live together, and a ton of people are sitting out on their patios and porches. It's been great weather, so there are a lot of people sitting outside, and you can kind of wave and say hi as you go by. And it's been just really nice to kind of get reacquainted with our neighborhood. Because of where our house sits, it's really like quick for us to get out of our neighborhood. I don't usually go deeper into our neighborhood. It's like get out so I can get to work or get wherever I'm going. So it's been nice to sort of see what's been going on in the neighborhood, steal other people's landscaping ideas. Every now and then I see plants and I'm like, ooh, that grows here, we can plant that, okay. And it's been nice just to sort of get to know our neighbors a little bit. So if you aren't already going on walks, I definitely encourage you to do that. Just stay 6 feet away from other people. Anyway, like I said, it's feeding time at the zoo, so I am going to wrap this up here. Everybody, please stay home, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.